change I wish. The change I wish. Youth leader Hussain.
The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong, said Mahatma Gandhi. Respected Toastmasters, youth leaders, parents and guests, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How many of us have felt bad when someone has done anything wrong with us? And we tend to act in the same way of taking revenge? Probably most of us. So let's call it tit for tat. I've experienced one such incident too. It was a football match. I was the captain of my team. It was like FIFA World Cup finals for me, like Germany versus Argentina. During this journey, many of my teammates spent days practicing and winning group level matches to reach this final match. The ground was cornered with students. The match started. Both the teams tried very hard to score a goal, but both the teams were goalless until the final whistle. Now, the decision was to be made by penalty shootouts. After the fourth shot, the scores were leveled. Each team had one shot left. The player from our opponent went first. I was praying that he misses this shot, but hard luck, he got it in. Now it was time for our team to shoot. I, being the captain of my team, gave this opportunity to a very trustworthy member who was a good shooter and a very good friend of mine. He was none other than my good friend Arun. We had been friends since our kindergarten days. I had complete trust and faith in him that he would score this one. Whether the cup was ours or it just wasn't, all depended on this shot. Excitement had reached its peak. For me it was a moment of life and death. The whistle blew, my friend hit the ball. I was about to jump and scream, "It's a tie!" But no, the ball did not hit the goal. Instead, it hit the fence. At that moment, everything came to a standstill for me. I know he did it purposely, but I still don't know why. A match won was lost in a flick of seconds. What an unrepairable loss. What happened next? Sleepless nights, loss of appetite, and lack of focus in studies. I decided to teach him a lesson. To be more specific, let's call it a grudge. Days and nights would pass thinking of only taking revenge. Fortunately, during that period, my grandparents happened to visit me. One day, my grandfather noticed my odd behavior. He sat next to me and asked, "Beta, what is wrong with you? Why are you so upset?" I replied, "Grandpa, I have to take revenge. I need to take revenge. This is not done." I narrated the whole incident to my grandfather. My grandfather smiled. He looked at me and said, "Beta, let me tell you a story. One day, a man came out of his house to admire his new car. To his puzzlement, he saw his 3-year-old son happily hammering dents into the car. The father ran and knocked the son off. He took the hammer and hammered the child's hand into pulp as punishment. After the father calmed down, he was shocked to see what had happened. He rushed his son to the hospital, but by then, it was too late. The doctors tried desperately to save the crushed bones, but finally, they had to amputate his fingers. After the boy woke up from the surgery, the first thing he said to his father was, "Daddy, I am sorry about your car." He looked at his bandage stubs and asked, "But when are my fingers going to grow back?" Think before you lose your patience with someone you love. Scars and broken bones can be repaired, but hurt feelings often cannot. That day, my grandfather made me realize what I was doing to myself. He taught me to forgive and forget. Then I was relieved to an extent that words cannot describe. As quoted by Oscar Wilde, always forgive your enemies. Nothing annoys them much. Too often we fail to realize the difference between person and performance. We forget that forgiveness is greater than revenge. People make mistakes. We are allowed to make mistakes because we are humans, not God. Our mistakes can be corrected, but the actions we take while in a rage can be irreparable and harm us forever. Pause and ponder. Think before you act. Be patient. Forgive and forget. An eye for an eye only ends up in making the whole world blind. So dear friends, let us apply this formula in our lives. Let us rise above the feelings of jealousy, vengeance and hatred. Our generosity, patience and forgiveness can make this world a paradise. Forgiving and forgetting can bring peace and prosperity, which is necessary for the world today. So let us make a difference from today, a difference from now.